Hello everyone, it's Jessica, Allegria's Muse. I'm doing a little shameless self-promotion here. Grab your free copy of my ebook, please, if you feel the need. This is not what this Blab is about, the Blab. Sorry, I was just on Blab. Hello, Jack and Jen show. Oh, I saw you guys last night. You guys are cool. Hang on, I'm gonna turn this around so you can stop staring at my computer. Hello. And swiping up. Jack and Jen, I loved you guys last night. You have such good energy, such awesome stuff. Yeah. I just wanted, hello, Angel. Hi. I know, I figured I did my makeup, you know, even though I look like crap, to jump in the hot seat on Darren's Blab, on ProBlogger's Blab right now, and he was talking about repurposing blog content for other social media platforms. And I thought about my scope last night. I don't know if anyone here saw that, but I was talking about driving traffic to your website. Thank you for hearts. I love hearts. Who doesn't? Great topic. Thank you. Well, you know what's cool? I was in the middle, okay? It was in the middle. Hello from Morocco. What time is it there? Hi. That's cool. What was I saying? I was in the middle of writing a post for my website, and the topic was, you know, ways to gain more traffic to your website. And I was finished. I had to do the final touches, but I decided to come onto Periscope and do a scope about the topic. So it was interesting. It's 12:45 a.m. Wow. Well, thank you for joining us at 1 a.m. I'm usually up on Periscope at 1 a.m. Yes, thank you. If you can invite some followers, go to your little dude in the corner and please invite some people, because it's kind of a continuation of ProBlogger's Blab that I'd like to get going if anyone didn't get to jump in the hot seat as well. So anyways, I talked last night about the, you know, great ways to gain traffic on your website, and it was actually repurposing a blog post before I had posted the blog. Isn't that interesting? And I ended up getting some great ideas. See, you know, I don't know if, does everyone here know what repurposing is? Yes? No? I'm seeing hearts? That's a yes. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, repurposing content is like, let's say you share it. Hello. Yes, you know. Okay. I'm sorry for my shaky hand. I really need to get a tripod. So repurposing content is, you know, you share a piece of content, let's say on live streaming, or you do a blog post and then you share it on live streaming, or vice versa. So here I have this blog post that I was talking about, and I hadn't even posted it. Now I've completely rewritten it because I got some great ideas from the accidental repurpose. Hi, Brandy. The accidental mid blog post repurpose on Periscope. How cool is that, right? So has anyone else ever done that? Repurpose all day, every day, right? I mean, yeah, I really liked hearing what Darren had to say. I gotta look at the camera. I liked hearing what Darren had to say about, you know, changing it up a little bit, taking it to your podcast, and maybe waiting a couple weeks, take it back to your blog, maybe do a follow-up blog, and then, you know, come on Periscope, come on Blab, interact with people, ask them, you know, what are you doing to repurpose your content? And again, it was just so great because I was talking about stuff I already did. Improve your English. Where can this guy go to improve his English? Reading blogs. You know, English speaking blogs can probably help you actually. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. Is anyone, come on, interact with me. I know Brandy will, but anyone wants to share a really cool, you know, thing that you've done with repurposing your content? Have you had any benefits with that? Rosetta Stone, yeah. Let him know. Get on it. Seems like you would know. Get on it. Has anyone had any success with repurposing their content on different social media platforms? No? Nobody at all? Well, anyways, because of this scope last night and the great information that I got as a result of interacting on Periscope with a blog post, See, that's really cool. I repurposed one of my blog posts. It's been picked up as a feature. Of course that counts because it's in a new, well, yes and no. Repurposing is almost like transforming it. So it's still a blog. It's still your blog post and it's just going to another site. So technically that's just revamping, I guess, resharing. Resharing would be the word. If you took that blog post and you read it in a podcast and you decided to, you know, add some stuff, make some additions to the blog post, then you have repurposed properly another way. Okay, yeah, absolutely. And so I'm just wondering, Angel, then you tell me, have you ever accidentally midway through writing one piece of content or, you know, and then gone on to a live streaming and done it that way? Anyone? No? I'm the first, huh? I'm really gonna break new ground here. I gotta write a book, and there's the movie. Shit. Well, alright. So no one has anything to say whatsoever. Not so far. Nope. All right. Well, does anyone have any questions about turn to blog post content? That is it. D. Gibbons, you have repurposed content. You took a blog post and you turned it into an infographic, which is a piece of visual content. You took written content and you turned it into visual content, which I don't know if you've ever seen any of my scopes or read my blog or anything, but I'm a huge fan of visual content, especially because, well, I mean, SEO is a huge fan of visual content. Google, everybody. I mean, pro blogger Darren Rouse was talking about it today on the Blab that I'm sort of picking up after. You know, adding visual content to his tweets, to his Facebook post, like tripled his engagement. I mean, that's huge. I had the same, you know, I haven't been around nearly as long as him, but you're a graphic designer, so you're very visual. Absolutely. And do you scope a lot, Dee? Or have you started? Have you ever done a broadcast? I do not know. I've never seen you before, but I'm very happy to meet you. You know, so you're somebody who's visual and bringing that infographic on. You just discovered this. You know what? I would recommend, if you're into it, print it out. Print out the infographic and maybe also share a link to where somebody can find it and actually look at it on their computers while you're doing a scope. And then also just have it there to show. Obviously, you know, it's not the best way to show it, but you could talk about how you wrote it as a blog post, turned it into an infographic. You like that? And then, ta-da, a whole new medium. You've moved on to live streaming, and now this same piece of content is getting, what's the word? Repurposed. My dog is doing something strange. What are you doing, Jasper? But yeah, that is what repurposing is. One form of content. And he also mentioned not just adding to it, to your content, but also taking away from. And I like that too, because you can have like a really lengthy 1,400 word blog post, which is really what Google and SEO and Yahoo, Bing, everyone wants these days. Longer posts if you're a blogger. So you could have a really meaty, oh my goodness. Hello, Darren. You could have a really meaty blog post and decide to take some pieces out and just focus on, maybe you have a list of some sort. I do lists a lot, like, you know, 7 ways not to make mistakes on WordPress or something. Shush, Angel. And then I'll take those 3 pieces like I did last night, and then I just talk about those on my scope. And so that is, you know, that's repurposing content. Hi Darren. I didn't get a chance to jump into your hot seat, so I decided to just plow on ahead and do a scope. I already had put some lipstick on, so, you know, what are you gonna do? But I really loved what you were talking about with the repurposing content, and what I wanted to share with you, and I apologize for repeating myself to those of you who have been on here the whole time. Oh, no problem. No problem. If you don't mind, I'd love to share my thought with you, though. I was actually mid-blog post and the other night, and I decided to come on here and share. I was writing a post about 7 really effective ways to create more traffic, to gain more traffic to your website. And I picked like 3 of the 7, and I came on here and I talked about it with people, and that is repurposing content. And I ended up getting all sorts of new, really great ideas. And then I went back to the blog post, which I had not yet published, and I switched it up. And it was really interesting. So it was a take on the repurposing of content. But we had a woman in here also talking about taking a blog post and turning it into an infographic. And I encouraged her to maybe take that infographic and, like you do on your blabs, share a link in her scope. And I reverse repurposed it. See, is that a word? Is that a term? I asked for feedback. I said, hey, everyone, have you ever done this? And apparently I'm the first in the world, only because no one responded. It is now, right? Everyone's left this scope but you. We're practically chatting, except and Angel's here, of course. Oh, snap. While you were on vacation, you were away, Darren, I actually published my first how-to guide. It's technically an ebook. It's a PDF, 14 pages, content, visuals. I guess it's an ebook, but I call it a how-to guide. It's called How to Quickly Gain Your First 1,000 Twitter Followers. And number 9 is Follow the Top Dogs in Your Niche. And that entire section is dedicated to you. It's in a wonderfully loving way. I just said, I am a blogger. I am a pro blogger, because I am. I ain't you, but, I am who I am. And so naturally it would make sense for me to follow at Pro Blogger, just as it would for an exterminator to follow. Well, thank you. You've been very encouraging to me throughout my career. So, I do apologize to you at the end of the page, though, because I have to, in order to make a point, refer to you, make an analogy of you being an exterminator and the coolest guy at the exterminator conference. It works if you read it. It totally works. And that is that's the email I was going to send you. When I said at the end of the blog, I'm going to send you an email. I just wanted you to read it. I'm going to send it to you. I already started writing the email. This is my 4th scope, and you going on your blab was my first blab, so I'm getting a lot more comfortable with it. I was actually an actress as a child, so it's not like I haven't been in front of a camera. It's just since becoming a mom, and, I don't know. Hey, someone else joined. Anyone else want to talk about how they like to repurpose content on different social media platforms? Thank you. I'm inspiring to the chickens among you. It's my Kiwi and my Aussie. You guys see? You should meet. Oh, don't invite followers. What are you doing, Darren? All right, then you're going to have to prompt me here with a question. Throw something at. Oops, that's okay. Throw a question out there. Something, Darren. You can even continue on the repurposing of content. Oh, all these people are like, what have I done? Darren's my buddy, and so he invited you to my scope, but it's almost the end. Doesn't matter. Welcome to all the new people who joined. My name is Jessica, that you've done and seen. Hello, hello. Best example of repurposing that I've done and seen. Honestly, everyone that has started scoping and blabbing since these 2 awesome live streaming, platforms have shown up. I've seen and have heard with podcasts, yours and many others. Hello. Hi, Natalie. My name's Jessica. Very nice to meet you. I've heard a lot of people take, just like I was talking about earlier, a snippet of a blog post or yeah, a snippet of a blog post and then talk about it in their podcast and and have people call in and ask questions. And then, you know, I love the idea of doing just that and then going back, give my example for the new, okay, I'll give my example, and then going back and changing it. What I was telling Darren earlier was, thank you. Well, here, I'll explain it. Was I did a scope last night as I was, had not yet published this blog post, but I wrote a blog post. And the title is 7 Ways to Gain More Traffic on Your Website. So I decided to take 3 out of 7 and come on here on Periscope and talk about those 3 and see if anyone had anything, you know, different to say, any additions, any subtractions, maybe it didn't work for you. And I ended up going back to my post and I completely reformatted it. Not only did I reformat it, thank you, Angel. It's a great skill. Except when I was giving my, when I was talking about Twitter being the number 2 site for traffic driving to websites, which is a fact, I then repeated myself and I said Twitter. It's called scope nerves, ladies and gentlemen. If you have scope nerves, you end up saying Twitter when you mean to say Pinterest. Neil Patel, who is, if you don't know Neil Patel, again, you're weird. No. Neil Patel is a young entrepreneur, and he is the founder, he is a genius, right? Founder of Quick Sprout, many other things that I can't think of. Please join in the comments. Tell me everything Neil's done. I was reading an article and he talked about Pinterest being scope nerves. You like that? Pinterest being the number 2 site for driving traffic back to websites. Now, how many of you use Canva? C-A-N-V-A. I love that you spelled that, Darren, as well, because I constantly, I plug Canva constantly. I love visual content. I talk often with, yes, our build. I will talk about that. Literally started just 5 minutes ago. Asked me to repeat whatever. I'm a repeating machine today. Yes, Canva is extremely useful, especially their dimensions, that they have everything ready to go for Facebook covers, Twitter covers, Pinterest. Just started Canva. Isn't it fabulous? And they have so many free images. And then, of course, you can upload your own. I've uploaded, you know, stock photo, free or paid, whatever, and my personal photos, redone them in there and added text and all that. And I created the cover for my ebook, How to Quickly Gain Your First 1,000 Twitter Followers, if anyone's interested. Yes, it is great for those of us who are graphically challenged. Motherhood Merlot, great name. Love reusing stock photos. Me too. Me too. It is great. Do you do the paid version? I do the free. Is there a paid? You mean Canva for work, right? Is that what you're talking about? You can actually individually pay like $1. I think it's about $1 of PicMonkey is your go-to. You know what? I've never tried PicMonkey. How weird is that? I've been a ghost blogger for 12 years, but I've never used them in my blogging career. PicMonkey is good. This is true. Oh, so my point with Canva. I don't know if PicMonkey does this, but the dimensions, that is, you know, ready for Pinterest, ready for Facebook, ready for Twitter. You know, I was reading in Neil Patel's article that if you just optimize all of your images, if you keep them Pinterest friendly, so, you know, like in your blog posts, if everything is Pinterest friendly, you've got some, you know, a great picture and you've got some words, and always put your website, take a note, always put your website. I put mine in the bottom right-hand corner because Pinterest, we've all been there. Pin, 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 and it goes back and forth, and it ends up, you know, hopefully viral a million places. That's the goal, right? And where's this picture with this blog title on it? I mean, some people they don't even read it. They just pin it because they like the pretty flowers or whatever you had on there. But what's at the bottom? Your website. So, so in Canva, I just go right in there. I optimize my images for Pinterest, and that's what I put in my blog post. So gosh, going back, I don't even know how I got on this particular rant, but we were talking about repurposing content. Thank you very much for all the hearts. I don't think I've ever, sharing this on Twitter. Thank you. I've never had so many hearts. Great tips. Thank you very much. Tell me your names. Not all of our handles are our names. I'm not Allegria's Muse. My name is Jessica, by the way. Allegria's Muse, Allegria means happiness and joy. And a muse is someone who inspires an artist. Heart party, I guess, huh? My daughter got some hearts last night because she's just too cute. Hi, Jeremy. Hi, everyone. Jessica, James, Jeremy. And my middle name is Rose. This is a great group. Darren probably left 20 minutes ago. Rosemary. Very beautiful name. Just share. Wow. Well, thank you very much, all of you. This is my, this is my 4th scope. You're still here. You're so funny, Darren. Did you have a good vacation, by the way? I haven't seen, or heard you say you had a good vacation anywhere. I'm sure you did. I saw some scope of you guys at the beach. I don't know what that was. But it looked like you were having a fabulous time. Too short, right? I recently went to Denver to visit my brother, and I took my daughter. It was her first time on a plane. Speaking of plane. My office is outside, by the way, so if you hear my dog bark or a plane, that's what's happening. The pro blogger is here. I'm proud to say, is a buddy of mine, and he actually invited all of you to my little scope. Ah, yes, he's here. He's here. So fun. Motherhood Merlot, what is your name? I mean, I could just call you Motherhood Merlot. I'm fine with that. Sounds great. Too bad I don't drink. Joanna, very nice to meet you. So many J's. So many J's. Must be me. Jessica. J. Well, so I'm a pro blogger. I'm not the pro blogger, but I'm a professional blogger. I've been a ghost writer, ghost blogger, if anyone knows what that is, for corporations and startups for 12 years. I finally decided, enough with people getting credit for my writing. I'm going to do this on my own. So just launched my blog in the beginning of the summer. So I seem like a newbie. I am a newbie in that sense, but I have technically been blogging for 12 years. Thank you. Thank you very much. So my niche is literally helping people find their passion niche. What works for you? Do you like baking? Do you like drawing? Do you like being a mom? Want to be a mommy blogger? Any kind of blogger you want to be, find your passion niche, because that's what you're going to want to write about every single day. And that's where you're going to be professional. Thank you, Jeremy. That's how you're going to, get up every day and want to go to your computer in your pajamas. Do I still ghost blog? I do sometimes, because I got to pay the bills. It takes a while before you need to blog. Exactly. Blogging's really wonderful. And you made a great point, Darren. I remember 12 years ago when I started ghostwriting, about blogs being diaries, just diaries on the internet. That's all it was. And so it's kind of weird ghostwriting for someone's diary. Yeah. Thank you. I will follow you as well. I need help doing that. I'm burned out in my niche. I've been blogging in this one. What is your niche? I see baked goods, so perhaps you're a baker. You got to find your passion niche. You got to find what you're passionate about. And the thing is, I'm passionate about teaching other people how to blog. So, in my, got to do a shameless plug, time for a shameless plug. I recently wrote a how-to guide. I would love to teach you. Let's connect. I'm at Allegria's Muse on Twitter. Your niche might be too big. If you want to learn how to narrow that niche, I do a free 30-minute consultation. As you can see, I talk a lot, so I've upped that to 60 minutes. Because God forbid we're on Skype and I keep talking. I don't want to take your 30 minutes. Childhood education. I used to do early childhood education. That's really cool. And you're not feeling it anymore? You want to move from that? Thank you, Kathleen. Back to my thoughts. Shameless plug. There we go. I wrote a how-to guide, how to quickly gain your first 1,000 Twitter followers. And I was telling Darren earlier, at ProBlogger, who probably invited everyone here. Thank you very much again, Darren. number 9 of my 10 how to quickly gain your followers on Twitter is to follow the top dogs in your niche. Okay, so everyone knows if you're a blogger, if you're a mommy blogger, who do you follow? Circle of Moms, you know, okay, lots of others. Thanks for the invite. Thank you, Jeremy, for not hating me, for being happy you were invited. Oh, thank you. I'm glad he invited you. I really am. Blog Her, yes. I've written for Blog Her, actually. Anyone go to Sits Girls? They do a Saturday Share Fest where they pick a great blog post that they like, and yes, well, I know you do, Angie, or Angel, my bad. Sits Girls does a Saturday Share Fest where they pick their 5 favorite blogs of the past week, and they try to keep it, you know, pretty, hang on, I'll answer that question. They try to keep it, you know, 1 in the mommy blog, 1 in the baking blog, 1 in the home improvement blog, you know, something like that. And I recently had 2, I got you, buddy, 2 blog posts in 3 weeks. I was really shocked. I was like, wow, okay. I should have stopped ghost blogging years ago and just done my own thing, but whatever. Okay, so now what is your name? I see a very long handle. I'm going to answer your question, but you didn't tell me. There's too many in my niche. Hey, pro blogging? Hello, Darren Rouse? You know, I call myself a pro blogger, but, you know, you think your niche is crowded. Everyone love the home improvement blogs. That's your niche. Okay, all right, get a little tool time going. Now, do you specify anything specific, you know, in your home improvement? Is it just general home improvement, or is it just air conditioning, or just kitchens, just bathrooms? I don't know. God, there's so many hearts. What are you guys hearting? I love it. There was Kmart before Walmart. I know, right? I'm not a Walmart gal. I don't like how they treat their employees, but I don't get political or religious on any of my things, so I'll stop right there. Sorry, your internet cut out. G-Long Cable Location. What's your name? I want to answer your question. Tool tips, renovations, all things DIY. That's awesome. My fiance would like your blog, I think. Ben. So Ben, you said, please refresh my memory. It's been a crazy 20 minutes. That it's crowded in your niche, or that you want competition shouldn't matter is my point. Oh, exactly. G-Long Cable, Ben, what exactly was your question again? I'm sorry. There is no blogging. What is your niche? Is it baseball? Maybe. No one blogs. Everyone blogs. Cable locating. You could be the first blogger in cable locating. I don't even know what that is. And yeah, exactly. Thank you, our Bill. What's your name again? Are you also a J? Were you James? I think you're James. Even better, if there's no one in your niche, my goodness, yes, you're James. Then you could get famous and rich very fast. I tell people where cables are going. That seems like something that people would want to know, right? So they don't damage themselves, especially if you're helping, you're helping people with something, and you're helping people stay safe while doing it. And there's no one in your niche. You want to blog about graphic design, so do it. Gets expensive if they don't call you. That is true, Jeremy. Ben, you've got to blog. You've got to blog. Do you need to know how to blog? I'm happy to help you, free of charge. We can have a hour-long chat. I'll point you in the right direction. If there's no one in your niche, that's very big. I was reading a book recently, oh gosh, by Darren Rouse. I seem like the biggest pro blogger fan. Okay, great, Ben. I'm a huge pro blogger fan. I follow the top dogs in my niche. Thank you. I just started reading your book, Darren, with you and Chris. Starts with a G. I haven't gotten too far. Thank you very much for checking in. I'm going to sign off here too in just a minute, but I'm really, really liking your book, Darren, the latest edition, and I've been bookmarking it a lot, Gilbert. No, it's a different Chris. It's on my phone. I have it in an ebook. But he's talking about picking your niche in the topic in the chapter that I'm reading, and he's saying just the thing that Ben needs to hear, and of course he signed off. But yeah, basically you can either be Chris Garrett. Of course, it's a great book. You can either be a big fish in a small pond or vice versa. And if you find a niche that has not been exploited yet, which is pretty rare, you know, so if this guy's got a niche and he's looked it up and no one's grabbed it, man, go for it. I just happen to be really passionate about helping people find their passion niche. So, and how to become a pro blogger with it. So I got my work cut out for me, don't I? But with great mentors such as Darren and great friends such as Angel there, everyone's from down under. I just attract Aussies and Kiwis all day. And Donna Moritz at Socially Sorted. Does anyone know who she is? She's awesome, an awesome blogger. Her blog won the 2014 Best Blog in Australia. I am in Los Angeles, but again, of course, thank you so much, Darren. I cannot say thank you enough, but I'm going to send you my ebook in the email, and you'll have a good laugh at number 9, and there you go. You're from Texas. Nice. Aussies rock. That is a dream. One day I got to come to Sydney and Melbourne, and of course now Auckland to see my friend Angie here. Oh, and you're an Aussie too? Random Ohioan. My grandma's from Ohio. Atlanta, ATL in the house. I love Atlanta. She does gotta come down. I do, don't I? I do. Oh, I recently saw a scope that said, don't announce you're about to sign off. And I just said I'm about to sign off. Well, and now all new people have shown up. I could sign off or we can keep chatting. What's the verdict? I love all these hearts. Brown hearts. How does somebody choose the color? I don't know. All right, I think I will sign off actually because it's very hot here in the San Fernando Valley of Los Angeles and I'm wearing long sleeves. You gotta go. Oh, you didn't leave. Okay, so you saw that I was talking to you. My handle on Pinterest is Pins and Things 27, and the pins is with a Z. Don't ask. P-I-N-Z and the letter N, Things 27. It's my name, Jessica Adams at Alegria's Muse. That's the only social media site where my handle is not Alegria's Muse. Thank you very much, Jeremy. I appreciate you hanging out, and it means a lot to me. They choose hearts for you. What's my site? My site is alegriasmuse.com. And again, Alegria means hope and joy and happiness. Happiness and joy. And a muse is an inspiration for an artist. So I like to inspire creative people, and I've been told I'm quite bubbly and happy. And also Alegria is my favorite Cirque du Soleil. Yes, alegriasmuse.com. All lowercase, but it'll be the same thing. Yep, that is me. Please come. And I'm also Alegria's Muse on Twitter, and that's where I've got my awesome how-to guide that features Darren. Called How to Quickly Gain Your First 1,000 Twitter Followers. It is my first how-to guide. It's, I've got a follow-up guide for all of my my email subscribers on how to maintain and then market your business effectively on Twitter. And I don't just write how-tos on Twitter. I do all sorts of how-tos. I do a lot of how-tos in my blog as well. So if you go there and check that out, you will see that. Also, Alegria's Muse on Facebook, Instagram, Blab, what have you. Sounds good. Thank you very much, Doc. All right, I'm going to sign off. As much as I love all these hearts changing, now it's a beautiful aqua color. You guys have been really great, and I hope to see you again. And again, a huge thank you to Darren. It's got to be, you got to imagine how I'm feeling right now, right? One of your mentors, one of your business mentors, just completely gives you a shout out and then invites all of his people, and he's huge. And I'm just, you know, here with 5 people watching. And he brought all of you, so I'm very grateful, and it was very nice to meet you. See you too. All right, guys, I'm leaving. Come again. Very nice to meet you again. Bye.